Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a reading for all earth signs again. So Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This reading is going to be an all love oracles reading, and it's for lovers in separation. So if you are separated from your person in any way, whether it's permanent, temporary, or if you just feel like there's still a deep connection and you can't quite get over the connection with this person, or the energy is still lingering, then this reading is going to be for you. We're going to do a few things today. We're going to take a look at the dynamic of the relationship. We'll see what might have caused it. Also, some advice that might help you to reconnect or reconcile if that's your intention. If not, then you can just leave that part out. We'll get some love messages between you and your person. What would they would like to say to you, or you to them, on an energetic level. And then we'll get some final oracle advice. So it's going to be a fun reading. Hopefully you enjoy this, but also more importantly, hopefully it helps you in some way and resonates. And also, this is a general reading and I'm pulling for a really large collective here, so not everything is going to resonate. So in that case, take what resonates and please leave what doesn't. We're going to go ahead and get started. So let's take a look at what is the true dynamic of this relationship, and also what might have caused the separation. Okay, so we got heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. So yeah, definitely already the energy of is coming out that you guys have been going through a lot in this connection with this person, and that you are indeed separated. Clock, need time, takes time, cycles, time to heal, progress. So if you're wondering if you and this person are going to get back together, that's something that only both of you can truly decide, because we are creatures of free will. So it really just depends on if you guys both want that to happen. But more importantly, you need time to heal, and so that's, it's going to take time. All right. But I'm sensing that this person really hurt you, and you're just kind of stuck because, energetically, because you're just trying to figure out, why. We got keys on the ring, many options, decisions, unconventional, string along, one night stand. So this person, and the roles could be reversed, but I really feel like this is your person, who kind of was, they were the fickle one. They were the one that kind of hurt you. They left you heartbroken. And I feel like you were more serious about them than they were about you. And how you met them was definitely unconventional. It could have been, it could have just been something that was just meant for fun, and then, feelings got developed, or maybe you thought it was more than what they intended. But definitely I feel like intentions on your person's part were not truth and forthcoming and honest and good. And I just feel like you met them somehow in an unconventional way, maybe on one of those dating apps, maybe through a mutual friend, a blind date, maybe you met them in a social setting, and you thought that this, it might have going to turn into something, and maybe for a while it did, but I'm just feeling like they never, at least initially, they may have developed feelings for you over time, but initially it wasn't their intention. Okay, and that's not going to be for everybody, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Palm tree, stability, security, performance, growth, endurance, flexibility. Okay, so I think, like, when you got with this person, like I said, I feel like either it was unconventional and you guys both kind of went into it with like, oh, this is just let's just see what happens, or this is not gonna be serious. But I do think that feelings, deepened over time, especially on your end, and that things weren't quite reciprocated, or weren't always reciprocated, and that you got left, feeling, you got left, heartbroken, basically. I mean, I just feel like either they ghosted you or they just broke it off abruptly, and you thought that everything was fine, and that they wanted to make things work. But I really don't feel like on their end that that was ever their intention, even if they said it, you know. And I just feel like you became very, I feel like you tried to accommodate them as well, and it just, no matter what you did, it didn't work. Okay. And so here we are now. You know, you just separated, but there's something that's still lingering, feelings are still there, and you're just, you know, wondering, you know, what happened and why it happened. And I think for some of you guys you might be looking to reconnect. But I feel like with the palm tree coming out here, that this card kind of stands on its own. To me, it's standing out on its own. I feel like you need to do some healing, some shadow work, you know, you need to go within, you know, this experience and break it apart and ask yourself, well, you know, why did this happen? And I do feel like some of you guys did try to, like I said, accommodate this person, but I feel like you met this person so that you could find yourself, so that you can kind of realize that maybe you've been in situations like this before where you didn't 100%, like, not, you know, be harsh, but you didn't 100% know your self-worth. And so people, you know, especially like this person, you know, took advantage of that. Okay. And this experience is going to take time for you to heal, you know, to realize that you don't have to accept those type of conditions, and that you need, you know, to just, you know, you just need to grow, you know, emotionally, and to set those emotional boundaries so that no one can just, you know, step on you. Okay. So let's see. Let's go a little deeper and see what might have caused the separation. Marriage. Okay, so this person could have been married. This person could have been married. Or also they could have had you involved unknowingly in a third party. Pathway. Mature woman. So yeah, I definitely feel like this person was never serious about you. And I feel like they were really good at pretending like they were. So they kept the wool over your eyes for a long time. And over that long period of time that you were involved with them, you know, your feelings deepened, which is why you can't quite let go now. Even though you should clearly, in hindsight, like, oh, they weren't a good person for me. And at best, you know, this connection just, you know, is for me to learn from. But, you know, you're still kind of stuck on it. And that's understandable. I've been there. I don't want to tell you how many times. So no judgment here. I'm just saying what I'm, you know, what the cards is, you know, giving me. This person could have been involved with someone who, well, I was going to say someone who was a little older, someone who they might have looked up to, but also for some of you, I feel like this person could have been influenced by a matriarch, like in their family, or just, you know, someone that they looked up to in some way. And I just feel like your person also, they're on a spiritual journey themselves. And maybe, you know, maybe for maybe it wasn't intentional for some of your people, but I do feel like, I just feel like, if I can just really be honest, that for a lot of you though, that the person just, they never had intentions to really see things through with you. And I do feel like it was a third party situation. And maybe they have like, you know, like it's definitely, they're definitely heavily involved in some way with somebody else. And they may even have, it may even go deeper, like they may have children with this person. They may have a home or a business with this person. So, and I honestly, if I can be honest with you, I don't feel like they're 100% happy in this connection, but it just, for them, it just makes more sense to stay. But I do still feel like they got involved with you knowing that they couldn't really go, you know, very far in the relationship, but they did it anyway. Okay. So let's see. Actually, let's get some messages from them to you. Okay. What messages does your person have for you? And then I'm going to see what messages do you have from your person, for your person. What would you like to say to them? Okay. Sometimes if nothing comes out, I don't try to force it. Maybe you don't have anything to say to them. Okay. So actually you do. All right. Let's go over theirs first. So it says, I'm so attracted to you. So there definitely was a strong attraction. That part wasn't, you know, false. They, you know, they definitely find you very attractive, almost intoxicating. You speak to me through music. Okay. So right off the bat, I feel like this could mean different things for different people. But I feel in general that a lot, they do what they call music therapy, you know. I feel like when they hear certain songs on the radio or whatever, that they think of you and that they can't think of anybody else but you. It's just really interesting there. Okay, let's see. What would you like to say to your person? I hid who I really am from you. Okay. So, let's see. I can't stop thinking about you. And we got, I'm starting to understand our connection. And I'm becoming a better person. So definitely on your end, I definitely feel like you're realizing that this connection, you know, happened for a reason. And that you're learning more about yourself. You know, that you've learned more about yourself through this experience with them. And that you do care for them a lot. You do think about them all the time. And you're just, you know, you're just trying to, you know, make sense of everything. You know, because everything seemed like it was going really well. And then all of a sudden, they just pulled away, or you just lost contact, or they broke things off. And like I said, I definitely feel like there's a third party involved. And you remember how I said that with this energy here, I feel like for some of you, that they aren't happy with where they are. And I definitely think that these messages here resonates with that particular group. Okay. And on your end here, I hid who I really am from you. You know, maybe you've been hurt before. And so maybe you weren't as open emotionally as you usually are. And so they didn't originally think that there was much of a connection there. But I just think in hindsight, you guys are both, you know, for some of you, you guys are both thinking about each other a lot and wishing that things could have gone better. Okay, let's see. Let's get some more messages. What else? You didn't see my tears. Okay. All right, it said, I can be myself with you. I wonder how you feel. You didn't see my tears. Okay, so this person, I feel like your person is really, really unhappy in their present situation. I stand by the third party thing, and I do stand by that they got involved with you knowing that this couldn't go anywhere. But that doesn't take away from the fact that they did have real feelings and attraction for you. And I do feel like ultimately this experience was a lesson for you to learn more about yourself, you know, and to set boundaries moving forward, and to not just accept certain conditions or situations. Not saying that you were aware of it, but I just feel like when we go through certain situations where it doesn't work out, we are often left with the rubble, and we're trying to sift through all of that to make sense of it so that we can get some type of closure. And I think that on your end, that's what's happening. Okay, but I do feel like your person does have feelings for you, but they were good at hiding it, and they do think about you all the time, especially when they hear certain music, certain songs. And they did feel very comfortable with you. And I guess, you know, I think they knew that you were probably, well, I don't want to say you would end up hurt, but they knew that they couldn't 100% commit. And so but they do care. You know, it seems like, you know, they don't care, but they do care about how it affected you. Okay, now let's see if you have any more messages for your person. Okay. You have, I daydream about a life with you. So you're really, really fixated on this person. And I feel like a lot of you are even wondering if there'll be a second chance, and you're very open to it. We gotta compare others to you. So yeah, this is not someone that's gonna be easy for you to get over. You know, they just were someone that you felt a strong connection to, you were very attracted to, and when you were together, things felt so good. And then it just, why, like, when it didn't work out, or they just disappeared, or whatever happened, you know, it just left you like wondering, like, what happened, you know? And you're just trying to figure out, you know, what happened, and is there going to be a second coming, pretty much, because you're not over this person. And I honestly feel like they do have feelings for you, but I just don't know. I'm going to have to pull a few more cards, but I just don't know if they'll get out of this other situation that they're in. Okay, we don't share the same values. And then, okay, I have a daydream about a life with you. So we don't share the same values. Immediately what comes to mind for some of you is that you guys are very honest. You're very straightforward, and you don't like to play games, especially in relationships. And I just feel like this person, I'm not saying that they intended to, but I just feel like you never would have pulled them into a situation knowing that you had somebody else that you know, couldn't quite walk away from, you know. And I think that's what this means here. I'm not saying they're not honest, but I just feel like they could have been more forthcoming. And so they're, you know, in ways like that, your values are different. Okay. So let's see. What would need to happen for this reconnection or reconciliation to happen between you and your person? Let's see. Something just flipped. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Okay, so I feel, let's see, I feel like this is for your person, to be honest. They're not happy in their situation, but a lot of them, for some reason, they feel stuck. And I honestly think that it has a lot to do with having financial ties and maybe even children with this other person. But in order for this reconnection to truly happen in the way, you know, where you deserve, they would need to free themselves from that situation. Okay, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So I think for some of you, this connection is very strong. And I do think that you are willing to forgive them, depending on what happened. And if they were to free themselves from this situation that they are tied to, I do think that I do think that it would work out. However, they would need to completely be forthcoming, be honest, cut ties from this person. Not like, you know, they have other situations, you know, obviously take care of their responsibilities, but as for emotionally to this other person, they need to cut ties. But with that, just give it divine timing. The universe, you know, it knows all, it sees all, and it can work things out in ways that we can't even fathom. So I do think for some of you, you're just gonna have to give it time for this reconnection to happen, because for some of you, your person is gonna eventually free themselves of that situation, but it's just gonna be in time. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So again, there's a difference. So you and this person, you have different belief systems. And that's not to say that, that's, makes you incompatible, but that's just something that's just standing out in this reading. So for some of you, you and this person, you might think differently, but with the same values and the religious factors, you have different belief systems. Maybe from different cultural backgrounds or different religious backgrounds. Oh, okay. So Spirit just showed me that for some of you, this person is married, and it could be against their religious beliefs to actually separate. That's going to be for a small group of you, but that's kind of like what I just got. So, yeah. Let's see what else we got. Wedding. This situation involves marriage. So again, this could be your person being married already, or this could very well be that you could end up married to this person once they free themselves. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying the moment fully. So I definitely feel like there is a lot of attraction between you and this person, and that this is a strong connection. However, there's that situation with them already being involved, and it's just not something that they can easily walk away from. And I do think that their religious beliefs has a lot to do with that. And again, we have engagement. So that's a lot of implications about marriage and union. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So I really feel like, if I can be honest too, I really feel like your person, they do want to be with you. And I do feel like if you give it divine timing, that they'll see their way out of that situation. And that you guys could possibly, end up married. But they definitely, it's not something they can walk away easily from. And a lot of them, it has to do with their religious background. Okay, so let's get a final oracle advice for you guys. I'm going to get one for your person and then one for you about this situation, about this connection. Here, what final advice do you have for their person? Okay, take that one. All right, Spirit, what final advice do you have for my earth signs about this situation, about this connection? Okay, that one shot out. All right. So, final oracle advice for your person regarding the situation, you guys' connection. Only time will tell. So, give it time. I do feel like this person got involved with you. They knew that they shouldn't, but they felt a strong connection. I do feel like for a lot of you, this could be a soulmate connection, and which is why you can't quite let it go either. The attraction between you guys is very strong, and actually the emotional connection is there. However, they do have a situation, and you maybe were not aware of the situation when you got involved with them, and you found out after the fact. But after the fact, you've already developed emotions, so it's understandable that you kind of still stuck on this connection. But as far as them, they need to sift through their own emotional baggage and ask themselves, what they should do, and if staying is really worth their happiness, because I don't really feel like they're happy in their situation despite appearances that they may put up. Okay. But only time will tell. So I just feel like they need to work through things for themselves. And I do feel like for some of you, your person is going to free themselves, but it's going to take time. It's going to take time. And for you, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and acceptance. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. So again, there's something with the differences here. So, I mean, only you guys know if this resonates for you and in what way. But just from what I can deduce, I feel like whatever that the culture or religious belief or difference is, I feel like it's coming up again. And I just feel like you just have to you guys both just need to try to understand, each other. And that being, I just feel like you need to just try to understand where they're coming from. Because maybe you're thinking like, okay, they could just, get out of the situation easy peasy, but maybe it's just not that simple for them. And then maybe on your end, there's just some things that they can't quite grasp about you. So it's just, there's a difference here, but it's not enough to like say that you guys aren't going to work things out, or things aren't going to come back around, and that you aren't compatible or anything. But there's something there that keeps coming up about culture or religious differences. So I just think, just if you have deep feelings for them, all you can do is just try to, until the situation clears itself up, just on your end, all you can do is just go through the lessons and learn and heal as best you can, and just continue to love this person openly, and just wrap them in light and let them go. And if they're for you, they'll come back. It's just like the old saying, if something is for you, love it, let it go, and if it's for you, it'll come back. So I'm going to leave it there. That's all I have for now. I really hope that this reading resonated with you guys. If it did, please subscribe, give this video a like, and leave a comment if you feel called to do so. And I upload weekly, so I will see you on the next one. Love and light. Bye-bye.